Good morning, students. Today we will start with our new lesson, that is lesson number 14, geometry. Okay, after lesson 6 we will continue with the lesson number 14. Okay, so today we will do lesson number 14, that is geometry. What you can recognize from this figure. So this figure is called an angle. Okay, today we will study about angles. Okay, so OA and OB, we have made this angle with the help of two arms. Okay, that is OA and OB. This is called an arm. And this zero, or we can say O, it is called as vertex. Okay, so we can make an angle with the help of arm, that is two arms OA and OB, that is OA and OB is called arm and OA is called vertex. Okay, so angle, this is called angle. So there are different types of angles. Okay, we measure angle with the help of this, it is called protractor. It is called protractor. This is there in your house. So you can see the protractor. There are two scales in the protractor, inside and outside. But we'll always use the inside, okay, inside scale for measuring the angle. We will not use the outside scale. Okay, the angle that is to be measured is measured with the help of protractor. Okay, everybody is having protractor at their home. You can see two scales are there, outside and inside. So if I ask you to draw an angle of 70 degree, what you will do? You will keep the protractor on the paper or in your notebook like this, and you will draw a line with the help of a protractor, and you will keep this point, center point on this line. Okay, so your protractor half semicircle will come like this. Okay, and then you can draw an angle 70 degree with the help of this protractor, and you will take the inside reading. Okay, inside scale you will with the help of. So you will keep the protractor line on this line, draw a line, protractor on the scale, protractor on that line, and then you can measure 70 degree. Okay, and you can draw an angle. Like with the help of scale, you draw, if I ask you to draw a line segment, line of 5 centimeter, you take a scale and draw. Okay, same way with the help of protractor, if I say you to draw an angle of 70 degree or 110 degree, you will take the protractor, keep it on the notebook, draw a line. Okay, half of this semicircle will be on that front point. Okay, and then I tell you to draw 110 degree. So you will mark this point, and then you will draw 110 degree angle with the help of a protractor. Now I have drawn some figures in. Okay, what are these? These are angles, but these are different types of angles. Now we will study about different types of angles. Okay, so there are 6 types of angles: right angle, acute angle, obtuse angle, straight angle, reflex angle, and complete angle. Okay, so what is right angle? This is what is right angle. Okay, so what is this? Right angle. So the measure of this angle, as I told you, in the protractor you can see, so 90 degrees also there in the protractor. So when an angle measures 90 degree is called right angle. What is right angle? When an angle measures 90 degree is called right angle. Now second, what is this angle? This is an acute angle. What is acute angle? Okay. So it is measuring less than 90. When an angle measures less than 90, it is called an acute angle. Okay. Third, this is obtuse angle. Okay, this is which type of angle it is? Obtuse angle. When an angle measures greater than 90, greater than 90 but less than 180 degree. Okay, when angle measure greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degree, it is called an obtuse angle. Okay, this is what type of angle? Straight angle. Okay, the angle which measure 180 degree is called an straight angle. The angle whose measure is 180 degree is called straight angle. Okay, this is called reflex angle. What is called? Reflex angle. Okay, so reflex angle means its value is greater than 180 and less than 360 degree. Okay, the reflex angle is that angle whose measure is greater than 180 degree but less than 360 is called reflex angle. This is called complete angle. What is called? Complete angle. Its value is 360 degree. So angle whose measure is 360 degree is called complete angle. So we have studied 6 types of angle, that is right angle whose measure is 90 degree, acute angle whose measure is less than 90 degree, obtuse angle whose measure is greater than 90 degree but will be less than 180 degree, then straight angle whose measure is 180 degree, reflex angle whose measure is greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree, and last is complete angle, that is whose measure is 360 degree. Okay, these are different types of angles. So now I have drawn different types of lines. You can see 2 lines here, 2 lines here, here. What do you mean by these lines? Okay, if I extend these lines to a certain extent, what will happen? It will come and meet at a point. Whereas if I extend how much? Okay, it will never come and meet. While this also is meeting at a certain point. Okay, and this line if I also extend, okay, how much I extend, it will never meet. Okay, those lines, those who never meet are called parallel lines. Okay, this also will never meet. How much it will extend, it will never meet. It will not meet at a single point. So these lines are called parallel lines. Whereas these lines are meeting at some point, so these are not parallel lines. Okay. Now, what is this? You have studied in class 3. It is called what? Triangle. Okay. So, how is triangle formed? A closed figure enclosed by 3 line segments is called triangle. Also, angle and tri. Tri means 3 angles. How many angles are there in triangle? 3. So, we also say that it is called triangle because it has having how many angles? 3 angles. So, closed figure formed by 3 line segment and having 3 angles as well as 3 vertex. Okay, it is called as triangle. Okay, now we will study types of triangle on the basis of angles. First we will study on the basis of angles, then we will study on the basis of side. Okay, as I have told you, which type of line, which type of angle it is making. This is making an angle of 90 degree. Okay, so angle, the triangle means whose measure is 90 degree is called right angle triangle. Okay, and a triangle whose one side measures 90 degree is called as right angle triangle. Okay, this is which type of angle? Which type of angle it is? Obtuse angle. So this is called what? Obtuse angle triangle. An angle whose measure is greater than 90 degree is called obtuse angle. So it is called as obtuse angle triangle. Okay. Now what type of angle it is making? It is making less than 90 degree. Yes or no? This is less than 90 degree. So less than 90 degree is called which angle? Acute angle. So a triangle in which angle is acute, it is called acute angle triangle. Okay. Now we will study types of triangle on the basis of sides. Okay. A triangle whose all the sides are equal as well as all the angles are equal are called equilateral triangle. All the sides equal. AB is equals to BC is equals to CA. Okay, all the sides are equal as well as angle. Angle A is equals to angle B is equals to angle C, that is equals to 60 degree. All the angles are equal. That is, all the angles measured 60 degree is called equilateral triangle. Okay. Second, isosceles triangle means only two sides are equal as well as two angles are equal. Any two angles. Okay. Two sides xy is equals to xz. Okay. And any two angles. Angle y. Here angle y and angle z are equal. Okay. So any two sides and any two angles are equal are called isosceles triangle. Third is scalene triangle. It means not a single side are equal. Neither AB is equals to BC nor BC is equals to CA. And neither of the angles are equal. Not a single angle are equal. That is called as scalene triangle. Now we will do the exercise questions. Page number 232. Question 1. We have to identify the angle, a triangle on the basis of angles. Okay. First one, we have to identify these triangles on the basis of angle. As you can see, the first triangle in this, the angle is what? Greater than 90 degree. Greater than 90 degree means obtuse angle. So this triangle is called obtuse angle triangle. Okay. Second, in this all the angles are less than 90 degree. So less than 90 degree means acute angle. So it is called acute angle triangle. Okay. Third one, and this angle is measuring how much? 90 degree. Okay, 90 degree means right angle. So this triangle is called right angle triangle. Okay. Second question, we have to identify these triangle on the basis of sides. Okay. So we have studied all the sides are equal, equilateral triangle. All the sides are different is called scalene triangle, and two sides are equal, that is called as isosceles triangle. So in this, all the three sides are different. So this is called as what type of triangle? Scalene triangle. Okay. In this, all the sides are equal, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. So which type of triangle is this? Equilateral triangle. And last, okay, two sides are equal and one side is not equal, 3.5, 3.5, okay. So this type of triangle in which two sides are equal is called isosceles triangle. Question third, okay, we have to identify which type of triangle is there on the basis of angles. Okay, angle A is 30 degree, angle B 90 degree, angle C 60 degree. So one angle here is what? 90 degree. So for 90 degree I told you what type of right angle triangle. Okay, now next, this angle is 40, 60 and 80. All are less than 90 degree. All are less than 90 degree means acute angle. So this is called acute angle triangle. Okay, now What type of angle? Angle A is equals to 30 degree, angle B is equals to 115, angle C is equals to 45 degree. Here one angle is 115, that is greater than 90 degree. When we say greater than 90 degree means obtuse angle triangle. 90 degree means right angle, less than 90 degree acute angle, greater than 90 degree means obtuse angle. Okay. Now we will study about perimeter. Now what is perimeter? Perimeter means the length, sum of the length of all the sides. If I add this length 5 centimeter, 6 centimeter plus 3 centimeter. 5 plus 6 is 11, 11 plus 3 is 14 centimeter. This is what your perimeter. Okay. When we sum all the lengths of the sides of a, whether it is a triangle, whether it is a square, rectangle, whether it is a square. If I ask you to find the perimeter of a triangle or a square or a rectangle, you have to sum up all the sides, then you will get what? Perimeter. Okay. We use some formulas regarding to find the perimeter or to find the length of side of a square. If I ask, if in the question perimeter is given and you have to find the length, means what is given? This is a square. In this whole sum, when you add all this, you are getting about 20. Okay, when you are adding AB plus BC plus CD, when you are adding all these sides, 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. Okay, that is perimeter is given and you have to find what side, what is AB if I ask. Okay, perimeter is given and you have to find what is the length of this side AB. Okay, what you will do? Perimeter is 20. Okay, you will divide by 4. Why will you divide by 4? How many sides are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we will divide by 4. So what you get the answer? 5 centimeter. Means what is the length of all these sides? 5 centimeter. Okay. Another example, if I say the perimeter of this square is 24 centimeter perimeter. Find the length of this side. Okay, length means we have to divide perimeter by 4. Why we are dividing by 4? Because it has how many sides? 4 sides. Okay, so 24 is the perimeter and we are dividing by 4. So 24 in the table of 4, when does the 24 come? 6 means 6 centimeter, 6 centimeter, all the sides are 6 centimeter. In this way, you can find the length of the side of a square if the perimeter is given. If it asks to find the perimeter of a rectangle, this is rectangle. Okay, length is given. This is length. Okay, 5 centimeter length is given. Breadth is given 2 centimeter. Okay, and you have to find the perimeter. What is the perimeter of this rectangle? So with the help of formula, perimeter is equals to 2 multiplied by length plus breadth. Okay, 2 multiplied by length plus breadth. What is length? 5 plus breadth. Okay, so you will add length plus breadth. What is length plus breadth? 5 plus 2, that is 7. And this, when you add length and breadth, you have to multiply by 2. 2 sevens are 14 centimeter. In this way, you can find the perimeter of a rectangle. Again, another example. Okay, if I write here 6 and if I write here 8, you have to find the perimeter of a rectangle. So is equals to 2 multiplied by what? You have to add the length plus breadth. Okay, what is length? 8. What is breadth? 6. You have to add these both numbers. Okay, 8 plus 6 is 14. You have to multiply by 2. So 14 multiplied by 2. 4 2 4s are 8. 2 1s are 2. So 28 centimeter. In this way, you can find the perimeter of a rectangle. Now we will do some exercise questions. So exercise question in which perimeter is given 40 centimeter. We have to find the length of the side of a square. Okay, I explained you earlier, length of the side of a square. To find it, we have to divide perimeter by 4. Why we are dividing by 4? Because a square has 4 sides. So what is perimeter given in the question? 40. We have to divide by 4. Okay, 4 tens are 40. So your answer is what? 10 centimeter. Next question, question number 6. Rectangular field 90 by 70 meter. Means this is a rectangular field 90 meter by 70 meter. Length is 90 meter and breadth is 70 meter. Cost of fencing 12.50 per meter. Okay, 1 meter to when fencing is, we have to put the fencing on the all full rectangular field. Okay, but they have given the cost of fencing for 1 meter rupees 12.50. We have to find the cost of fencing for whole field. Okay, so first we will find the perimeter, then we will multiply by cost of fencing. Okay, how we will do? First we will find the perimeter of a rectangular field. Perimeter is equals to 2 into length plus breadth. Okay, 2 multiplied by length plus breadth. Length is 70, breadth is, length is 90, breadth is 70. We will add these two numbers. 90 plus 70 is 160. Okay, 160 multiplied by 2 is 320 centimeter. This full we have to, perimeter we have find. Now what we have to do? We have to multiply by what? This by 12 rupees 12.50. Okay, cost of fencing for 1 meter is given how much? For 1 meter is given rupees 12.50 and we have to find the cost of fencing for how much meter? 320 meter. So I told earlier, for 1 we divide and if you have to find for more, we multiply. So rupees 12.50 multiplied by 320. Okay, so you will get the answer. How much? Multiplied 320 multiplied by 12, 50, 0 we will write afterwards. Okay, 12 and 32, 10, 4, 5, 2, 50, 6, 7, 3. Okay, 0, 10, 10, 10. Okay, 4,000. How many zeros? 2 zeros. We will put 2 zeros. After decimal, there are 2 numbers. So we'll from back we will count 2 numbers 1, 2 and put decimal. Okay, so your answer will be 4,000 rupees. Okay, so cost of for 1 meter fencing is rupees 12.50. We have to find for 320 meter. So for 320 meter, you have to pay how much rupees? 4,000 rupees. Next question, a parallelogram has sides 6 meter and 4 meter. Find its perimeter. So this is a parallelogram. Okay, in the parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Like if this is 6 meter, this will also be 6 meter, and this is 4 meter, means this will also be 4 meter. The two sides are given 6 meter and 4 meter. So we know that opposite sides are equal. So 6 meter, this will also be 6 meter. This is 4 meter, this will also be 4 meter. Now we have to find the perimeter of a parallelogram. What we will do? We will add all these. Okay, 4 meter plus 6 meter plus 4 meter plus 6 meter to find the perimeter of a parallelogram. All the sides are added. 4 plus 6, 10, 10 plus 4, 14, 14 plus 6 is 20 meter. This is the perimeter of a parallelogram In this way, I have completed the explanation of chapter number 14, Geometry. Complete your work in your fair notebook. Thank you.